One of the key things obviously is being as nice to the car as you can, as smooth as you can, which you've got already. I can see that, and that's a good thing, because if you have that instinct to drive already, the less inputs you put into the car, the more efficient it is. So if you're steady with the steering, you're smooth with the gear shifts, it all works nicely, and the car is efficient. Also uses less consumables, so it uses less tyres and less brakes and things like that. And again, the observation link further down, you're going to see green traffic lights at the moment. So do you think they'll change?
You said that.
I did. I've got this little button in the car. But if you know they're going to change, if you've got an anticipation there, you're not accelerating at a light that's about to change, so you're not using fuel for no reason. The safety link again is because you see things early, because your observation is important, you're able to influence the flow of traffic behind you too. And one of the most common accidents in the world is to be hit from behind by another car. If they're slowing with you, far less chance that they'll hit you. It's just that you get the option to keep moving. So you think ahead, you're just leaving it in the second gear. It's very, very much like if you ever tried to push a broken down car.
Yeah.
The first bit where you're just getting it off from stationary is really hard to do, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
But once it's moving, it's actually quite easy to keep it going. Same thing with the car here, that the engine has to work that little bit harder just to get it going. But once it's going, much easier for it. Obviously, when you're driving away, I think that gear changing, obviously trying to get the gears shifted nice and early, very important. With a modern engine, especially a modern diesel engine, you can drive them very happily at very low revs. Obviously we're going slightly uphill here as well, so just get the speed up, but then shift as soon as you can to the highest possible gear. So you can probably go 2 to 4 there quite easily. Or even to 6, and it still takes it. Look. It does take it, and that's the anti-stall that's built into the engine. The technology that just says, I don't want to stall. It's going to put a little bit more fuel back into the engine to try and keep it running. But it shows you that even if you do a gear shift you didn't want to do, it still works. Okay, I think the sooner you change gear, as long as the car isn't labouring, it actually, because it's rolling along very nicely at low revs, it uses much less fuel, very simply, especially on the downhill part we're coming to here. So again, if the traffic allows you to do, you can change up to the highest possible gear. Low revs mean less fuel used. Simple as that. I think obviously when you accelerate, you're obviously going to get yourself away from a junction. You've got a bit of a flow of traffic in front of you, so you're thinking, do I need a huge amount of acceleration from the car? If you don't need a massive amount of acceleration, again, it's going to a higher numbered gear, let the car cruise along. When you do get the chance to move, because we don't drive slowly everywhere, a lot of the time you will want to go a bit quicker with the car.
That's right. So
it's actually to get the speed up fairly briskly if it's safe and safe to do so. Once you've got the speed up, then it's maintaining it. But the key thing is not to accelerate when you don't need to. So here the lights are red ahead of us. So will they change? It's a pedestrian crossing, so the observation, the pedestrian's gone, little cameras on the top of the lights tell the traffic light how quickly the pedestrian moves, changes the lights in our favour. So again, the observation there is important to see, well, when are they going to change? Who's there?